Tonight, Karen Ristevski's husband, Borce, charged with her murder. An arrest after a man was gunned down on a footpath in Deer Park. A mum shaken as a cyclist grabs her keys in a frightening road rage clash. How a series of hospital failures led to the death of a precious little boy. A grandmother bashed by cowardly thugs in a vicious home invasion. And Princes William and Harry step out for the Star Wars premiere.
Live from our Melbourne headquarters, this is 7 News with Jennifer Kite.
Good evening. Victoria's highest profile murder suspect has at last been arrested, with Borce Ristevski tonight in custody over the death of his wife Karen. Police swooped this morning, ending more than a year of speculation about whether he would be charged. But a court's been told the Avondale Heights man maintains his innocence and will fight the allegations.
He was once a mourner, now Borce Ristevski is an accused murderer. 18 months after wife Karen went missing came the moment Victoria Police had waited for, arresting Borce in Keilor just after 7 a.m. Detectives watched as the man they'd long thought was responsible for the 47-year-old's murder finally appeared in front of the magistrate. His high-profile lawyer, Robert Starry, made it very clear to a courtroom full of journalists that his client maintained his innocence and intended to plead not guilty. He wasn't able to apply for bail and within minutes was taken away by prison officers, opening a new chapter in the murder mystery that has puzzled and intrigued a nation. On June 29 last year, Karen vanished from the family's home after an argument with Borce. 3 days later, her daughter Sarah made a desperate plea for her mother to return.
It's not like her not to contact me when my mum to come home. It's not like her to miss work as well.
By July 8, police questioned Borce for the first time. Days later, when Karen still hadn't shown up, investigators feared foul play and the missing persons squad was called in. Within 48 hours, a full-scale search involving police and the SES was launched around the Avondale Heights property as officers looked for key evidence, including Karen's handbag. The following day, Borce and daughter Sarah fronted the media to appeal for information, but when he was slammed with questions about his involvement, the press conference was shut down.
Borce, did you kill Karen?
That's really not appropriate at the moment. Thank you so much.
Can we ask, did that happen?
I honestly have to say...
Borce, you're the last person who saw her. Can you explain what happened? Do you know where Karen is? Borce, did you kill Karen?
By August, Borce was still denying any link to Karen's disappearance. Then came a shocking claim by Borce's brother Vasco that Karen was still alive and living overseas. That was quickly overshadowed when it emerged Karen's phone placed her near Gisborne and Diggers Rest on the day she went missing. Come December, the trail had gone cold and police again scoured bushland, this time around Toolan Vale. However, the long-awaited breakthrough came in February when a bushwalker found a decomposed body at Mount Macedon. The next day, police confirmed it was Karen. Until that point, Borce hadn't shied away from the spotlight. The 53-year-old actively participated in press conferences and told reporters Karen had simply walked out the door.
We had a bit of an argument in regards to the store figures, and she had a bad day the day before at the store.
He even quoted her final words.
I'm going to go and clear my head, can't do it here.
But neighbours say they'd rarely seen the couple in the street and they'd never seen Karen go for a walk.
They rarely show their faces out on the street. You only might see them going into their house or out to their car, but otherwise you don't see a friendly face when you're walking by.
What they did see were police, as officers continued to visit the Ristevski home. As public pressure mounted, even Victoria's top cop was forced to answer questions about the investigation.
It's a bit hard to know with these cases. Sometimes they can move really quickly and then slow up on you, so it's really hard to it's making good progress.
And forced to fend off swirling rumours and theories, including that a man had been spotted walking out of the bush at Mount Macedon carrying a shovel at the time Karen went missing.
It's one of the aspects being looked at, but gee, it's getting a lot of speculation.
The investigators began to retest key evidence. Detectives were seen driving Karen's black Mercedes as they timed trips from her home into bushland. And while they had security vision of her car near Diggers Rest train station, it was impossible to tell who was behind the wheel. But one thing was clear, police were no longer treating Borce as just a grieving husband.
Yes, he is a suspect.
Karen's brother said in a statement today had been a surprisingly emotional day and one he'd been patiently waiting for. It wasn't a celebration, but another stage in bringing his beautiful sister the justice she so deserved.
Prosecutors told the court police would need more than their usual 10 weeks to prepare their case against Borce. He'll have plenty of time to think about his murder charge because he won't reappear in court until April.
Leaving a long wait for answers as everyone continues to ask what really happened to Karen Ristevski. Chanel Vella, 7 News.